are all soldiers. We fight for our nation. On February 15th, 1898, an explosion occurred on the USS Maine in Havana Harbor. This explosion sparked the Spanish-American War, but this event in these days has become a big controversy. To add to that, Spain mistreated its colonies, and we didn't like that. Most of the U.S. townsfolk soldiers shouted, "Down with Spain, remember the Maine." After that event, my naval crew dragged out our beloved ship and sank it out of port. So because of this all, we declared war on Spain in April 1898. Many of us soldiers died in this war, but we all fought with many tactics, and here are our stories. Today I will tell you about a war, the Spanish-American War. Many men, Spanish and American, died in this war. The U.S. troops consisted of 306,760 soldiers. Out of these soldiers, 385 Americans died. Out of all the soldiers, 90% of the deaths consisted from disease and parasites. Teddy Roosevelt led the Rough Riders in most of the battles, including the most famous battle on San Juan Hill. San Juan Hill resulted in the taking of Cuba. The Spanish-American War started from two main reasons. The first reason is that Spain often mistreated its colonies, including Guam, Puerto Rico, the Philippines, and Cuba. The other reason is that Spain sunk the USS Maine, but this event is now a controversy of who is the sinker. The Spanish did not have much luck in the Spanish-American War. The Battle of Iguaro was the first American victory. This victory led to many other victories. Lieutenant Colonel Teddy Roosevelt fought for Kettle Hill and killed more than 1,700 soldiers. Thinking about that, America only had 385 deaths. That is a big difference when that is just thinking about one battle. The Spanish-American War evolved warfare, going from simple bayonets and swords to high-power machine guns that dominated the warfield.
Shake that.
The main factor that involved the U.S. winning the war was that the U.S. used rifles, revolvers, shotguns, and machine guns. The U.S. had a bigger variety of weapons that allowed them to shoot faster and to load faster. Spain only had one type of rifle, pistol, and machine gun. Spain did not want to engage with the U.S. in warfare knowing they would lose, but when war was declared on Spain in April 1898, they had to fight. The U.S. had the Cubans on the side, but the Cubans did not assist much because of their limitations to weapons. Cubans' weapons consisted of a sword and sometimes a rough rifle. Because of their limitation to men, they relied on the guerrilla warfare, which a man in heavy camo would wait for their enemy to approach and then they would attack. When the last shot was fired and 2,455 dead bodies laid on the field, American and Spanish, the Treaty of Paris was signed in 1898, ending the war. When the last body was buried and all the men went home to their families, Cuba was freed. The U.S. obtained Philippines for $20 million, and Puerto Rico and Guam were seceded to the U.S. The U.S. did not want to free Puerto Rico and Guam because Puerto Rico and Guam consisted of many oil sites and would be great for naval bases. All of us fought with courage and put our hearts and souls into our nation. We became one of our nation. Many of us died, but we died for a cause, and that's all that matters.